Continuation of my last video that I put up. So this is a teacher teamwork part 2. One of the things that I have as an assistant language teacher, kind of a luxury actually, is I'm inside the classroom. I'm inside the English teaching classroom, yet I'm outside. I'm an outsider, basically. I don't have any power over what is going to be done in the 45 or 50 minutes. Unless, of course, they might block off a time, 15, 20 minutes for me to do my own game or my own activity that I've created. Then, I would be what they call T1 or Teacher 1. But being on the outside, it gives me a lot of time to make observations. And as I mentioned in the previous video, at my particular junior high school, there are 6 teachers, and they are broken down very neatly into 3 age groups. Two of the teachers are in their 20s, 2 of the teachers are in their 30s, and 2 of the teachers are in their early 40s. And one of the things I've noticed, and it's not unexpected, the younger teachers do have some knowledge of the latest methodology in English teaching, and the oldest teachers would have a more traditional approach, and they're very, very focused on making sure that the curriculum is finished in a timely manner. And the curriculum is very one-sided. It's strictly the textbook, the grammar in the textbook, and there's little time for anything else. However, in recent years, the Japanese government, the Ministry of Education, has recognized that they need to make the classes more communicative. Everybody in Japan that doesn't live in a cage knows this. However, how to implement it is the problem. Now, the younger teachers do have the experience in the latest teaching methodologies. They have probably learned their language skills in a much more communicative environment. So they do have some experience. However, because most any business, and it goes for Japanese schools as well, is a very strict hierarchy, and the age and seniority is the most important in most organizations. So the younger teachers aren't the type to jump up and down and say, I have an idea, I have an idea. They're going to really kind of look around, be careful, go with the flow, make sure that they're doing their job competently, and please their superiors. And that just makes common sense. So a lot of the skills that the younger teachers have are suppressed, which I think is sad, but that's just part of the culture. The older teachers do have a skill that they know how to frame a lesson, and they know they know that summarizing what they've done efficiently in the last couple moments of the class is very important. The very first couple minutes of the class are extremely important. Warming up, which of course reviewing the previous material from previous lesson. They understand that, and the younger teachers have the methodology knowledge, but they don't seem to have that same skill of being able to frame a lesson. And one of the reasons that, I can see things that are so simple, um, that it might take 2 or 3 minutes to explain how to frame a lesson. Um, for example, you take 5 minutes at the beginning of the lesson, and you take 5 minutes at the end of the lesson, and the time you have left in between, 40 minutes, you can spend on that traditional textbook grammar, whatever. If you want to explain a grammar point for 40 minutes, great, um, if that's part of the curriculum. But while they agree on review, it just doesn't occur to them. I don't know how many times I've been in the classroom and the teacher is in the middle of a grammar explanation and the bell rings. The older teachers, it doesn't happen with the older teachers. The older teachers will cut themselves off 5 minutes before and summarize the points that they've covered. And consequently, the students will retain the information much better because they're going to begin the next lesson quickly reviewing and warming up before going on to another point. And the younger teachers, they're just all scattered and they don't really understand that. And I can see this from standing in the back of the room or off to the side. And one of the reasons they can't do this is because they don't seem to have this collegiality. They're very congenial. They're extremely nice to each other. It's a wonderful school. But if they could gather together, and I would love to tell them exactly everything I've seen, um, without singling out any teachers, and it would just be very simple. Um, if the older teachers would teach the younger ones classroom management, and the older teachers also open their mind to the new methodology and learn how to teach the traditional curriculum much more efficiently, where the students retain it. And they're probably going to have to ask the students to do more homework, more reinforcement, more review, put more responsibility on the students. It's hard, but they got to do it. And because they've got to make time for communicative activities. One teacher is very interested in phonics. She just came from a master's course. Um, she's got to find the time to do that. And I think that everyone has something to contribute. And if they do, if they can get together and keep an open mind, the older teachers really look at the new methodologies, but at the same time teach the younger teachers good classroom time management skills, I think a lot more of the goals can be achieved. And that is teamwork.